Naming molecular compounds is fairly easy compared to the other systems because there's a lot less memorization. The only thing you need to memorize is the name of the prefixes that go with numbers 1 through 10. And you need to be able to recognize that it's a molecular compound. So we can recognize molecular compounds because there is no metal in them and they don't start with an H. For example, this one we have 1 carbon and 4 chlorines. So we can name this just by writing carbon and then chloride. The last word always gets an "ide" ending. The first one gets the full name of the element, and the last one will get the base name of the element with the "ide" ending. And then we go back and add our prefixes. If it has 1, like this one is assumed, it gets a mono prefix. The exception to that is, like in this case, where the carbon is the first element, where you don't have to write the mono if it's the first element. If it's the second, you do definitely want to include it. Okay, so we'll write carbon, and then the prefix for the second one corresponds to 4. The prefix for 4 is tetra. So this is carbon tetrachloride. The next one, the first element is nitrogen, so we'll write nitrogen. And the second element is oxygen. Since it's the second one, we'll take off the last syllable, the gin, and we'll put oxide. Since it's oxygen, we change that Y to an I. That's just how it's spelled. Okay, so we have nitrogen oxide. Now we just need to add our prefixes associated with these numbers. The prefix associated with 2 is di, and the prefix associated with 4, again, is tetra. If you have 2 vowels next to each other, like you would in tetraoxide, a lot of times that A is omitted and you just leave tetroxide. Okay, so let's look at the next one. We have our first element, which is phosphorus, and our last element, which is sulfur. So we're just going to write sulf, which is the base name, with an "ide" ending. Add our prefixes. I think by now we know 4 is tetra, so this is tetraphosphorus, and the 3 is tri. Tetraphosphorus trisulfide. And let's look at the last one. Our first element is nitrogen, and our last element is oxygen, so we put the ox and then the "ide" ending. Nitrogen, since it has 1, but it comes first, it would be mononitrogen, but it's just going to be nitrogen because it's first. Oxygen, there's also just 1, but because it's second, we need to put the mono prefix. Again, we have the thing where we're omitting a vowel because monoxide is pretty hard to say, so we just say monoxide. This is nitrogen monoxide. Here is a quick overview of the different prefixes. Mono goes with 1, di goes with 2, tri, like a tricycle, goes with 3, tetra, like Tetris, the game that we all loved playing, well, that I loved playing when I was a little kid, with the 4 blocks, and you try and fit them in. Each block had 4 for tetra. Penta, like the pentagon, hexa, 7, hepta, there's one you'll just have to remember. 8, like the octopus. Has 8 legs. Nana has 9, and deca for 10. And that's all you need to know to name molecular compounds. Honestly, the hardest part is recognizing them as molecular compounds. So we need to remember the ones that don't have a metal and they don't start with a hydrogen.